Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of our Scratch mini series. Today we'll be creating a simple maze project. So a character will move through a maze and try to reach the end goal. So we'll explore different topics such as movement and sensing. Okay, let's get started. So we're going to first go to the Scratch website and we're going to press create to create a new project. So what we want to do is we want to get rid of the default sprite and we'll choose a sprite of our own. You can honestly choose whichever sprite you want. So I'm gonna choose, let's see, I'll choose this, I'll choose this monkey. Okay, and this monkey's a bit big for our project. So let's size him down to, oh, too small, to about size 35. Yeah. Okay, so pause the video and take some time to choose any sprite you want. Okay, next we'll create a backdrop. So for this project, we're actually going to create our own backdrop. So um, if you go to the stage area and hover over this image button, um, you can actually press this paint button and it'll lead you over here. And it'll allow you to draw your own backdrop. Okay, so now we're here. Let's name this backdrop maze. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw out our maze. So you can choose whatever maze pattern you want. I'm gonna start off with something simple, and I'm gonna choose the color red. So I have the color to 0 and the saturation and brightness to 100. And you wanna remember these numbers because we're going to use this exact color later in our code. Okay, once you have the color selected, we're gonna draw the maze. I'm gonna set the brush size to 25. Okay, so let's say that our character or my monkey starts in this corner over here. So I'm going to create a maze for him. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, sorry. And you can choose um, whichever design you want, doesn't really matter. Okay, so I'm gonna speed up this part a bit because it'll take some time. As you can see, I'm not the best artist out there, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so here is my finished maze. As you can see, it looks kind of rough, but as I said before, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so now that's done, we're gonna go back to the code and we're actually gonna start coding. Oh, wait, before we do that, um we're gonna create a placeholder for the goal. Again, this is too big, so we want to size this down. Oh, that's too small. Okay, so this is basically going to be our goal or our, so once we run into this, we're going to either go to the next level if you want to make your project a bit more complicated, or it's just going to end the game. Let's rename that. Okay, so let's get to the actual coding. So here is our sprite, and we're going to click to events, and we're going to choose this one. So this means when the game starts, we want our sprite to start in this corner right here. Because as you said, that's where the maze starts. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that our character starts in the correct position every single time. So we're going to, so this x value corresponds to where the x value of this monkey right now, and the y value is the y value of the monkey right now. So this ensures that every time we play the game, the monkey starts in this exact position. Okay. Okay, next. So we want to move our monkey around, but we want to move it around with our keys. So you could choose WASD or the arrow keys. So to do that, we're going to go to the Events tab and select this event block when blank key is pressed. So you can probably infer that we're going to use these 4 options, up arrow, down arrow, right arrow, and left arrow, to code the movement for our character. Or if you want to use WASD, you could use these options as well. But we're going to use the arrows. Okay, so let's code the movement for when we press the up button. So when we press the up button, we want the monkey to move upwards. So to do that, we are going to use this point in direction. So, and we're also going to make it move 10 steps in that direction. So let me first finish these blocks of code and I'll explain in a bit. Okay, so what this block of code does is once we press the up arrow, the sprite is going to point in the direction 0 degrees. So if you think about it like when you're on a walk and you want to walk in a certain direction, you typically point or look in that direction and then you start walking, right? So that's basically what we're doing. We're making it so that our character points in the direction it wants to walk. So in our case, you can use this, I guess, graph to kind of get a visual, but the arrow points up, and so that means our character will move up as well, and it'll move 10 steps in that direction. So we want to basically do the same process for all 4 directions. So for the down arrow, you can probably guess we want to point downwards or 180 degrees. And we want to move 10 steps in that direction so that the character actually moves. And for the next 2, you guessed it, when the right arrow is clicked, we're gonna look in this direction, which is 90 degrees, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the right direction. You always want to check this graph so that you don't really make any mistakes, because it can sometimes be confusing when you're talking about direction using angles. So make sure to click on this number and check this diagram to see that your character is going to move in the correct direction. And finally, we're going to code for the left movement when you're moving left. And you probably guessed it, we're going to point in the opposite direction, negative 90 degrees, and move 10 steps in that direction. Okay, so let's test this out. Oh, yeah. But the thing is, the monkey or our character can still move through the maze walls, which doesn't really make it a maze, right? So what we want to do next is we want to make it so that the monkey cannot touch these walls, or so that he cannot walk through them. But your character should be uh oh, he's kind of big. Okay. But the movement part should be working for you guys. I'm gonna make this monkey a bit smaller. Yeah, there you go. So pause the video and take some time to catch up with all the code. Okay, perfect. Now we're gonna move on to these red walls. Okay, so you know how I said to memorize the exact color that you made these walls from before? So this is where you use that. So when the game starts or the green flag is clicked, we're gonna go to loops because we want this to happen constantly. Like throughout the whole game, we want to constantly check if our character is touching the walls or not. Because um we don't want the monkey to walk through these walls at any time, if that makes sense. So this forever block means that the code inside the forever block is going to happen constantly. Okay, so we're going to use this if block, and we're going to go to sensing, touching color blink. So we want to select the color that we used for the walls, or you could just do that, press that drop button, and you can get that as well. Get the same exact color as well. Okay, so what this block does, it's an if statement. So if you watched my previous video, we worked with these if statements a lot. Okay, so what this if statement does is if something happens, then something happens. It's like a cause and effect relationship. So if the character is touching the color red, then something happens. And we haven't coded that yet. But that's basically what this if statement block does. Okay? So, um, okay, so if the monkey runs into the wall, what do you want him to do? We want him to, I guess, bounce back or move away from the red wall so that he cannot like walk through it. So we have um so it's here somewhere. Okay, sorry. So what we want to do is we want the our character to move back. So it kind of gives the effect that the monkey is bouncing off the wall, but it's actually just moving negative 10 steps back. So whatever direction it was coming in from, it'll move 10 steps the other way. Okay, so let's try this out. Oh, okay, so our monkey's moving, but then let's say it runs into this wall. See, now, oh, I don't know what happened there, guys. Okay, so now the monkey, oh, he's kind of big, sorry. So if you guys have any issues with the character, with the character being too big, what you can do is size him down a bit more. Oh, and I forgot to add, we want the monkey to point, um, I guess start off looking forward. Okay, so let's try. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, the monkey can't go through these walls, which is good. See if the monkey can fit in this time. Oh, perfect. And here he runs into a dead end, sadly. Ooh, let's go back. Sorry. Oh my god. Okay, sorry guys. Let me just fix that right now. I hope your guys' projects are a lot neater than mine. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, and so your character should successfully reach the end. So the final thing we have to do is we want to make it so that when we reach the green button, the game ends. Because you reach the goal, you know? So when the game starts, we want to constantly check if the monkey is touching the green button or not. So we're going to use this forever loop. If blank, then we're going to use the if block statement. So if something happens, then something else happens. So you guessed it, if the monkey is touching the button, then we want to end the game. That's what we're going to code. So we're going to go to sensing, and we're going to use this block, touching blink. So if it's touching the monkey, then we want to end the game. We go to events. Oh, sorry guys. We go to control, and we're going to use a stop all button. Okay, perfect. So take some time to pause the video and catch up to where I am right now. Okay, so let's see if this works. So our monkey is moving through the maze. And as you can see, it can't move through these red walls. And it squeezes through. And it finally reaches the green button and our game ends. Perfect. So that's the simple version of our maze project. So if you guys want to add lives so that every time the monkey runs into the wall, it loses a life, or if you want to add more levels, then um, you could add that to your own project. But for now, we're going to end our project here, and I hope you guys had fun. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. And if you guys want to share your projects with me, then DM me at on Instagram or email me um, at lifo@gmail.com. Okay, I hope you guys had fun, and I'll see you later. Bye.